Captain, fear not. I've come to rescue you. Oh, after one or two small details to work out. My goodness, you hyperdrive cultists really go all out on the atmosphere. Did you import the moisture just to make your cells unpleasantly damp? My compliments to the great ascended pooh-bah muckety-muck whatever. Whew. I thought that acolyte would never leave. Built like a bunker craft under those robes, wasn't he? You've got to hand it to the holy and agile Order of Interplanetary Paths and Engineering. They must have their followers on a killer workout routine. Captain? My darling. Speak to me. Are you all right? Are you sure? You're hitting your head rather rhythmically against that wall. I think the translator glitched there. I heard that as, what the fresh hell is this? Doubtless some quaint and clever human turn of phrase, meaning, what undiluted rivers of joy that I feel now that Captain Kismet has arrived to save me in my hour of need. Yes, I did notice that I'm in a cell too. Sadly, not the same cell as you. These cultists really have no sense of the thing. I should be kneeling over you, tenderly wiping your bruises and cuts. They didn't actually hurt you, did they? Don't get me wrong. A little roughed up is a nice look on you. But, which one was it that laid hands on you? Never you mind why I care. Idle curiosity. Which one was it? The one in the robe and the over-stylized mask. No matter. Plenty of folk matching that description running around here. What am I doing here? I told you, Captain. I came to rescue you. You hear that outside? It's the beginning of the Puissant calibration, where all 4 of Kaio's moons and that one big asteroid will all come into alignment. Every priest, sensei, hieromonk, and intern in this temple are going to have their eyes on the skies. That's our opportunity to escape. With this. That's right, Captain. A universal key and galactic lockbreaker combination micro-mini multi-tool. They say only 17 were ever made. Just 4 still survive. And this one is mine. You just sit right there, my love. I'll have you out in 2 shakes of a Gambada swan's tail feathers. Huh. That's... Oh. It's not... No Wi-Fi down here? Okay, no problem. Let's try... Oh, shoot. No, nothing's wrong. That's... That's the beauty of the Universal Key and Galactic Lockbreaker combo multi-tool. There's always another tool to multi. Let's see. We've got the lock is... what? Just an old rusty lock? No electronic component? No clockwork mechanism? No high-powered laser booby traps? No crystal rods rigged to explosives? No problem. No problem at all. An old-fashioned solution for an old-fashioned problem. diamond-edged nail file. Coming up. Yep, just a little elbow grease here, and we'll be on our way, Captain. Oh, my dear human. Of course I found you. Our destinies are meant to intertwine. The fates themselves are pulling us into orbit. Also, it was fairly obvious if you were going to break out the prisoners in the slave mines, you would need a route out of the system. So I asked myself, Kismet, what is the most insane way possible that one could get their hands on the Agile Order's top secret interstellar telemetry data? And then, wouldn't you know it, here you were, waiting for me. The lock is coming just fine, thank you. That's where you're wrong, my dear. I assure you. I am absolutely used to working with my hands. Once we get out of here, I'd be happy to show you just how dexterous I can be. I don't know what you mean by that. Me? Grow up on the Imperial planet? Please, Captain. I think you have me confused with someone else. The Imperials would shoot me out of the sky if a pirate like me dared even approach their star system. Don't speak that name here. Oh, very good. Very clever, Captain. I see you've done your research too. I am not an Imperial. Not anymore. I never really was. Not in any real sense of having any power. 617th from the throne doesn't get you more than a one-bedroom apartment, a military commission, and the occasional appearance in the duller celestial tabloid racks. Yes, I suppose that is more than many people get in this galaxy. How did you know? Don't be coy. No one else has even suspected the circumstances of my origin. You figured it out in weeks. What did I give away? That I recognized you as a human? How did that... Oh, of course. How else would I so confidently recognize a human, unless I was familiar with them? And where else in the galaxy are humans so concentrated, except in the Imperial palaces? Don't be dramatic. Imperial slaves is a rather prejudicial descriptor. Humans are highly valued contributors, as administrators and teachers and pets is hardly accurate either. Ugh. Why am I defending the Empire to you? You know what? Yes. You are absolutely right. Humans have been treated dreadfully by the Imperial family. Snatched off of your home world, forced into service. One of the many sins the Empire has to answer for. I am not trying to force you into the same situation. Captain, I left the Imperials because I could no longer sit back and watch it happen any longer. The casual cruelty towards anyone who wasn't us. Building a pyramid of our peoples so that we could hold the top for ourselves. I came to believe that there could be a different kind of system. One built on freedom and merit. You know how I came to believe in that? Humans. Every human I've ever gotten to know, I've admired. Even with the might of the Empire on your necks, there's this unsquashable idealism inside you. This unshakable belief that things could be better. That things should be better. A rather inspiring perspective. One that I've taken with me. That's absolutely right. I take what I want. I'm making my own mark in this galaxy, with a name all on my own. A family I choose myself. Imagine my surprise and delight when I made it out here and found a human with the same ideas, just waiting for me. Yes, not literally waiting for me. But can't you see how this is meant to be? For both of us. I'm building the kind of kingdom that a human can be home in. I've longed to see what any one of you could be capable of, if only given the freedom to exercise that intelligence, that passion. And now, here's the best human in the galaxy, right in front of me. Don't be modest, my dear. You are absolutely the best human I've ever met. What's that supposed to mean? I think like an Imperial. My dear Captain, why are you so resistant to this? Can't you see I'm offering you a place at my side? Help me take this quadrant, and we could rule. You would be second only to me. What could possibly be a worthier goal? Ugh, look, if breaking into the Necronium mines means that much to you, I'll help you. Oh, now I have your attention, don't I? How very foolish of me to not realize sooner. Of course. My help in liberating the Necronium mines. That's your price. Everyone has a price, human. That's not thinking like an Imperial. That's thinking like a pirate. You are a very strange pirate indeed, Captain. Because you're not after the Necronium, or even the equipment, or even the mining stations and spacecraft, are you? You're out here to free the slaves. How deliciously naive. Oh, I believe you can. With the crystal-encoded keys and the secret maps of the Holy and Agile Order, you're most of the way there. The question is, after you liberate those captives, where do you intend to go with them? Don't turn away from me. I want to know. How are you going to fit them all into that little minnow ship of yours? Where will you bring all of those thousands of half-starved, penniless, desperate fugitives? It seems to me that what you might need, more than anything, is a safe little corner of the galaxy where penniless, desperate fugitives might hide from the long tendrils of the Imperial law. Now, I wonder who might be able to offer that to you. You know exactly what I want in return. You're really considering it, aren't you? You wouldn't consider coming to my side for yourself. Not for power, not for comfort, but for thousands of people you've never even met. Oh, human. I'm going to achieve such incredible things with you beside me. To have you. Darling, I would take in millions of refugees in exchange for you. A queen needs her subjects, after all. And I wouldn't mind my own direct source of necronium while I'm at it. No, I'm not going to put different slaves in the mines. We'll hire labourers. Maybe some of these slaves would prefer to stay and run it themselves once we take over. Yes, this is going to be quite an operation. But worth it. For you. Lay out your terms. And you'd better hurry. It sounds like the holy molies upstairs are hitting the exciting part. Agreed. Safe passage for all to my harbour planet. Oh, you don't miss a trick, human. Safe and free passage. No debts owed. Absolute freedom to stay or leave. Food and housing for 1 galactic year? Oof. My dear, don't play your cards too aggressively. I'll see what I can do. We have some weeks to plan all of this. It can't wait? In 10 days? Oh, darling, I'm flattered by your confidence in me. But there's no way in the 13 halls of hell that we're going to take over the largest Imperial prison mine in 10 days. Hey, calm down. Lower your voice. Lower your voice. They'll hear us. I am not... Now, that is just uncalled for. I'm making an extremely generous offer. What is your rush? You have a burning need to rescue the slaves that are here right now? You do, don't you? How foolish of me. This is a moral crusade. You're saving... who? A friend? A lover? Never you mind why I care. Who is it? A mistake? Oh, no, Captain. My dear human, you can't go back on our deal. Not when we're starting to get somewhere. You know so much about me. We're just starting to learn about you. What's that you've got there? You had the key all along? Captain, you... Oh, of course. You knew about the puissant calibration. You've been waiting here in this dungeon to time your escape. You clever little... Darling, surely you're not going to leave me here. Shades of déjà vu. You're right, I can get myself out of this. But more to the point, can you get yourself away from me? Or to be more specific, you think you can get yourself away from the full might of my pirate armada? That's right, darling. Never say I don't learn from my mistakes. The full might of my fleet is here to take this temple, this planet, and the spaceport, where I assume you got that little minnow stashed. Run all you like, human. Even if you get away, I know where you're going next. And I know where your heart lies. You can't outrun Captain Kismet and your fate.